Yo, what's up, fam? Hope everybody is doing well out there. I am off a a 36-hour fast, which is my longest fast ever. And to be honest, I just felt like I needed this. And the more people I talked to, I woke up today. I had my phone off as well for about 24 hours or so. And man, I woke up to 14, 15 messages from guys in my men's community or guys that I've coached or are coaching. And there's just a lot of stuff going on in the air, man. Whatever's out there, it just seems like the election stuff, as much as I try and stay away from it, it's thrown in your face anytime you're online or social media. That tends to be thrown in your face, and it's all negative. There's civil wars going on in the UK. There's just all kinds of junk that seems to be swirling around. And I'm a guy who really tries to control my inputs, be very mindful of what I allow into my mind. And this is still proven pretty difficult over the last couple weeks for me, as I have felt myself just kind of ebbing and flowing, kind of like reading and going down some rabbit holes that maybe I just don't matter. And it's really, kind of be honest, kind of destroyed my peace a little bit. And so I just want to offer some encouragement today. This is how I took this back. I just decided yesterday I am going to assert full control over my mind. And so the easiest way I can do this is, hey, you know what? I'm going to fast. When I get nervous or when I get anxious or when I'm not my best version, to be honest, what often happens is I eat poorly. I make poor food choices, which then the sugar makes me maybe not sleep as well, which then maybe makes me a little more agitated, which then makes me eat a little worse. And we get in these cycles. And so for me to pop out of this cycle, one of the biggest things for me and just a cheat code is, hey, you know what? I am eating zero food today. That's what I told myself. 24 hours, I'm going to go zero food. I'll eat at the end of the night. That was going so well, and I felt so great about it and felt like, man, I'm winning again. I feel like I have energy. I'm more positive, these things. So I just went ahead and extended it and just broke my fast after 36 hours, which is actually the longest one I've ever done. So I highly recommend that. But if you're like me and, a couple of the guys that I talked to this morning, I would just say, start to just put yourself in the driver's seat and ask yourself, what does that look like? And, man, it breaks my heart. If I'm honest, it's really sad when I see what's going on over in Israel and Gaza, and whatever side of you're on or you want to argue about it. I just don't know. And I don't have all the answers, and I'm not going to argue it. That's just kind of where I came. And on the election stuff, if you're this or that, or, it seems kind of crazy, man, that everybody wants to argue and shout with strangers online. And so I just had to go back to, I'm going to guard my peace. And what can I control every single day? Well, I can control my attitude. I can control my mindset. I can control the food I put in my body. I can control if I get out and move my body. Yesterday, I ended up walking about 26,000 steps, which is like 13,000 miles. Just getting my kids out. I turned my phone off. These are some things I just recommend you do. And so if you find yourself kind of going in a rut, or maybe, man, I don't know, not my best version. And look, I hold a pretty high standard for myself. And I just the last couple of weeks, my focus wasn't there. I'm with my kids, but I'm not really with my kids. My brain is somewhere else. I'm just not my best version. So I'm going to snap that back. And I think that's the greatest thing about being a human being, is any moment you can sit down and you can pull out a little cool piece of paper and write down some goals and say, these are the things I'm going to accomplish. And the human brain is just so amazing in the fact that, man, once we just take the act of changing that thought process from negative, fearful, whatever that may be, to here's actionable things that I'm going to do. Instead of worrying about this stuff, I'm number one, I'm a spiritual guy. I'm going to pray. That makes a lot more sense to me. I can't do any good by worrying, but I can just pray about it and then release it and let it go. And again, go back to controlling what I can control. So I make a to-do list, man. The first things are always very easy. Just make a to-do list. Boom, I already got that done, baby. That's a win. Shoot my wife a text of gratitude. Tell her some things I'm thankful for. Take a little couple walks around the block with my kids. Leave my phone at home. Just don't look at it for a while. I had my phone off 98% yesterday, which felt amazing, to just disconnect and be present and be where my feet are. So, just take little steps today. If you find yourself stuck, you find yourself, man, I'm just kind of not in the best mindset. There's a lot going on. I tend to think this is only going to get worse over the next 90 or so days as we head towards a crazy election and a lot of stuff happening and a lot of unrest. But you have to go back to, where are my roots at? Where's my hope lie? And for me, that's in my faith. And I'm just going to always turn back to that. And so just wanted to offer some encouragement if you're out there today and you're like, man, you know what? I feel like life's kind of running me, which is how I felt for the last couple of weeks. It was more of a wake up, and almost like you ever in this mindset, like, I have to. Man, I have to do this today. I have to do that today. And that's a whole different kind of mindset in life, to be honest, is, bro, I get to do this. I get to do this. And it can be the same thing, man. Oh, I'm taking my kid here today. Well, I have to do that. Bro, what a gift. I get to take my kid today to do this. This is an amazing gift, right? And so shifting your mind around to the blessings and to focus on blessings. And, I started out today again, I wrote down 10 things I was grateful for. And I just meditated, prayed, whatever you want to call it, over those things and just said, you know what? I'm going to focus on my blessings today. Yes, I can see some things out there that I might lack or some reasons to be afraid or things like that, but I'm going to choose to shift my focus on the blessings and take actionable steps that I can take for the best day, for the best life, for the best mindset. So I don't want to make this very long. I just want to offer some encouragement. Anybody out there struggling, man, feel free to shoot me a DM or a message or whatever that is. I'm on Twitter every day at @TyRomper. We got 225,000 teammates over there or whatever. But man, I just go on there and I'm trying to fire people up and build people up. And I want to be an alternative source. And me and Alex, my YouTube editor, I love this guy. We have said, there's enough places. If I just wanted to grow a large audience, to be honest, I'd just shout about, pick a side. I'd attack Donald Trump every day, or I'd attack the Democrats every day. Or it's so easy to just grow and put up a bunch of clickbait and outrage and things like that. What I'm more interested in is you living your best life, me living my best life. There's enough negativity out there. I want to be a source of positivity. I want to be a source of encouragement. I literally want us all to live our best life and win. And I think often doing that means being wise and discerning. I don't need to read all these news articles. My brain was not designed for me to absorb all the world's problems all the time. They just aren't. And so, I would just urge you to be very, very careful with the rabbit holes you're going down, reading all about these things. I'm not saying to bury your head in the sand and to just simply not look at any of this stuff or not be aware of what's going on. I'm just saying don't dwell on it. And I'm also saying take steps. And I made a list. This is what I did yesterday too. I said, you know what? Here's what I can control. Here's what I cannot control. I cannot control some of these things going on overseas or elections or anything like that. Sure, I'll vote. I got one vote. That's what I get to do, right? So I'll do that. That's what I can control. But man, I cannot control these other things. So I just need to let them go. If I can't affect them, then there's no reason and no sense dwelling over them. But what I can control and what I need to do is what I am doing every day. The food going into my body that's affecting my energy levels. Am I getting outside? Am I putting my feet on grass? What am I doing every day to make sure that my mindset's healthy, to make sure my life is the best life, that the people around me, I'm impacting them positively, right? And my kids deserve the best version of me. Everybody around me deserves the best version of me. And they deserve the best version of you too. And so if you're in a spot where you're in a rut, where you're just, man, I call it languishing. You're just like, you're not the best version of yourself, right? You can close your eyes and say, man, when I'm my best, I'm doing these things. We all know those things. They're simple. This is not a knowledge gap here. Oh man, if I only knew I needed to eat healthy and move my body and not watch 8 hours of news a day, right? Everybody knows these things. Sometimes it's good to just have a gentle reminder to get these things on paper and to take some actionable steps to create that best life. I don't want to be a passenger in life, man. I want to drive my life intentionally towards the way I want to go to it. So that's my blessing. That's my message for you guys today. I hope you have the most blessed day. We got a couple comments. You are hot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My wife thinks so. And makes sense. Yeah. A lot of these things are very practical and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to go back to basics. And that's what I did with this 36-hour fast recently and hitting the gym this morning. Again, 25,000 steps yesterday, getting outside, turning my phone off for 98% of the day yesterday. It really reset me and refreshed my mind to get me to the spot where, man, I just feel like now I'm waking up and I'm winning again. I'm driving my life towards the direction I want. I have the energy levels I want. I can pour into the people around me more than I want. So take a little pause today, get some things on paper, control what you can control. As Patrick Bet-David said, future's bright, baby. I always believe that. Know where your anchor is and let's go win the day, baby. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all go have the most blessed one.